Hello viewers, welcome you all to MOOC on Institutional Assessment. Friends, you must have observed an increase in the number of universities, whether state, central or private. Also observed a huge increase in the number of affiliated institutes under those universities. We know, though there are rules and regulations of affiliating universities, it is not possible to manage the huge number of affiliated institutes. On the other hand, an institute may have the potential to offer quality programs, but cannot take its own decision because of the affiliated university. We understand autonomy in academic institutes is essential for sustaining academic excellence. It is mentioned in the UGC document on the profile of higher education in India. We have also seen in the National Education Policy NEP 2020, it encourages the higher education institutions to go for autonomous status. So, in this video, we will discuss autonomous institutions. This is in Unit 7. There will be 2 consecutive videos. The unit learning outcome is, after completion of this unit, the learners will be able to prepare the institute for attaining autonomous status based on guidelines of autonomy granting bodies. Autonomous institutions, autonomy granting bodies, statutory and non-statutory committees will be discussed in this video, and functions of the committees, process for registration and applying for autonomous status are included in the second video. UNESCO defines institutional autonomy as NEP 2020 talks about teacher autonomy as well as institutional autonomy. We know autonomous institutions are those which can award their own degrees and have academic independence, like universities, IITs, NITs, etc. Let us now consider the universities. What are the different types? Number 1, central university or union universities under the purview of the Department of Higher Education in the Ministry of Education. Total 54 numbers are there. Then second one is state universities run by the state government of each of the states and territories of India. As of 6th August 2021, the UGC lists 436 state universities. Then third one is deemed university or deemed to be university. As on 31st March 2021, the UGC lists 125 institutes which were granted the deemed to be university status. The fourth one is the private universities. These are approved by the UGC. As on August 2021, there are 388 private universities. Again, some institutes are granted the permission to autonomously award degrees, but they do not affiliated other institutions. These are called autonomous institutes. These are under the administrative control of the Department of Higher Education. IIIT, IITs, then NITs are such as this kind of autonomous institutions. These institutions enjoy academic freedom, means they have the freedom to determine and prescribe its own courses of study, offer student-centric wide choices in courses, design and develop their own curriculum, evolve methods of assessment of students' performance, award degree to students. In this context, what is mentioned in National Education Policy 2020? The policy's vision includes several key changes to the present higher education system. It aims to transform the current HEI, that is Higher Education Institutes model, into a value-based educational model. To achieve the goal, it is decided to prepare a new framework that focuses on every single aspect that can lead to better educational standards. For implementing this, NEP on higher education has proposed the concept of faculty and institutional autonomy. According to this policy, there will be three categories of autonomous HEIs, that is higher educational institutions. Having equal emphasis on teaching and research, that category is research intensive universities. Then greater emphasis on teaching but still conduct significant research is the category 2, teaching intensive universities, and category 3 is autonomous degree granting college, a large multidisciplinary institute that grants undergraduate degrees and is primarily focused on undergraduate teaching, though it would not be restricted to that. There shall be at least one large multidisciplinary higher educational institute in or near every district by 2030. All colleges to be accredited and become autonomous degree granting colleges by 2035. By 2040, all higher educational institutes shall aim to become multidisciplinary institutions, each of which will aim to have 3,000 or more students. Now, who will be granting autonomy? We understand autonomy is a functional status given to the institutions by whom? The University Grants Commission, that is UGC, and affiliated university. As per the present norms of UGC and university, institution can avail only the academic autonomy status and not a financial or full autonomy. UGC, and autonomous body of the Ministry of Education, Government of India, is entrusted to provide the institutions autonomous status for 6 years after 2 stages of verification by the UGC itself and the affiliated university. To know more about genesis of UGC, please see the link this. The commission consists of a chairman, a vice chairman and 10 other members to be appointed by the central government. For details, please visit the UGC website. Use the link this. Regarding affiliated university, it can be noted that the parent university will confer the status of autonomy upon an institutions that is permanently affiliated with the concurrence of the state government and the UGC. Let us look at the NEP 2020. A few important points in this context can be noted. UGC will be replaced by a new Higher Education Commission of India, that is HECI. There will be a stage-wise mechanism for granting graded autonomy to the colleges. Single stream HEIs will be phased out over time. The system of affiliated colleges will be gradually phased out. The nomenclature of HEIs like deemed to be university, affiliated university, then affiliating technical university or unitary university shall be replaced simply by university on fulfilling the criteria as per norm. For details, please visit the following website. Autonomy is a means to achieve higher outcomes and innovation in future. The Autonomous Institute will have various statutory and non-statutory committees to ensure proper management of academic, financial and general administrative affairs. Statutory bodies include number 1 governing body, number 2 academic council, number 3 board of studies and number 4 finance committee. How many members will be there and who can be the member of governing body? Please see the constitution of governing body. For private self-financing college, see this table. For government colleges, this is the table, and for constituent colleges run by university, please see this table. Second, the academic council shall have powers to recommend to the governing body academic proposals, suggested regulations, etc. Composition is given in this table. Next is Board of Studies. They take care of curriculum preparation, validation, suggest implementation, etc. The members are, the fourth one is Finance Committee. They act as an advisory body to the governing body, and the composition is this. The institution will in addition have other non-statutory committees. List is provided in the related e-content. For details of committees, please use the link this. We are at the end of this video. Please watch the second video on this unit for functions of the committees and the process of registration and application for autonomy. Goodbye and thank you. Hello viewers, welcome you all to MOOC on Institutional Assessment. We are in Unit 7 discussing autonomous institutions. In the earlier video, I discussed types of autonomous institutions, autonomy granting bodies, statutory and non-statutory committees for the learning outcome, explain the need for and benefits of attaining autonomous status through external review. This video includes functions of the committees, process for registration and applying for autonomous status. Learning outcomes are: illustrate the functions of statutory committees and the process for registration of the institutes for autonomy, and illustrate the requirements and process for applying for autonomous institution status. Friends, we know the composition of 4 statutory committees. Let us know the functions of each of them. The first committee is governing body, reconstituted every 3 years, except in case of UGC nominee who shall have a term of 5 years. Meetings of the governing body shall be held at least twice a year. Now, what are the functions of the governing body? Subject to the existing provision in the bylaws of respective institutes and rules laid down by the state government and the parent university, the governing body shall first guide the institute while fulfilling the objectives for which the institute has been granted autonomous status. Second, approve institute scholarships, fellowships, medals, prizes and certificates on the recommendation of the academic council. Number 3, approve new programs of study leading to degrees and or diplomas. Number 4, all recruitments of teaching faculty, principal shall be made by the governing body or state government as applicable in accordance with the policies laid down by the UGC and the state government from time to time. Then number 5, approve annual budget of the institute before submitting the same at the UGC. And the last one is perform such other functions and institute committees as may be necessary and deemed fit for the proper development of the institute. The next committee is academic council. The term of the nominated members shall be 3 years. Academic council shall meet at least twice a year. Functions of the academic council: to scrutinize and approve the proposals with or without modification of the board of studies with regard to courses of study, academic regulations, curricula, instructional and evaluation arrangements, etc. If the academic council have different opinion, then they have the right to return the matter for reconsideration to the board of studies, or they may reject it with valid reason. Next is make regulations regarding the admission of students to different programs of study, keeping in view the policy of the government. Third one is make regulations for extracurricular activities, including proper maintenance, and functioning of the playground, hostels, etc. Fourth one is recommend to the governing body proposals for institutions regarding new programs of study. Council also recommend to the governing body for scholarships, fellowships, prizes and medals, and to frame regulations for the award of the same. They also advise the governing body on suggestions pertaining to academic affairs made by it. They perform such other functions as may be assigned by the governing body. Next committee is Board of Studies. The term of the nominated members shall be 3 years, and again they meet at least twice a year. The Board of Studies of a department in the institute shall prepare syllabi for various courses, keeping in view the objectives of the institute, interest of the stakeholders and national requirements for consideration and approval of the academic council. They suggest methodologies for innovative teaching and evaluation techniques. They also suggest panel of names to the academic council for appointment for examiners, and they coordinate research, teaching, extension and other activities in the department as well as in the institute. The fourth committee is Finance Committee. Term again 3 years and shall meet at least twice a year. The Finance Committee shall act as an advisory body to the governing body. They consider budget estimates relating to the grant receipt or receivable from UGC and income from fees etc. collected for the activities to undertake the scheme of autonomy, and they audited accounts for the above. In addition to statutory committees, a list of non-statutory committees provided in the earlier video. The constitution, powers and functions of these committees will be prescribed by the governing body or the academic council as the case may be. For example, an autonomous institute must have planning and development committee with specific functions. Details are given in the related e-content. Now, how to prepare the institute for autonomous status? An institute intending to become autonomous shall make an application in the format prescribed by the Commission any time during the year. Is it by any institution or any eligibility criteria to apply for autonomous status? Certainly yes. Let us note what are these. The institute must have completed minimum 10 years of existence and have been accredited by either NAAC with minimum A grade or by NBA for at least 3 programs with a minimum score of 675 individually or its corresponding accreditation grade or score from a UGC empaneled accreditation agency. If the number of programs being run by the institute is less than 3, then each of the programs should score 675 or more marks. Colleges which have a NAAC score of 3.26 and above up to say 3.5 or a corresponding NBA score for one complete cycle and also accredited accordingly in the second cycle shall be considered for grant of autonomous status without on-site visit by the expert committee. Again, colleges with 3.51 and above in a 4-point scale of NAAC or a minimum of 3 programs have been accredited by NBA with a minimum score of 750 individually at the time of application shall be considered for grant of autonomous status without on-site visit by the expert committee. UGC has implemented the scheme of autonomous colleges with a view to bring in quality reforms in higher education. Any colleges under a university can apply for autonomous status to UGC, but the Commission may, in consultation with the university concerned, recognize a college under clause F of section 2 of the UGC Act. Certainly, there are some basic conditions for recognition. Institute is affiliated to a university. It complies with all the provisions of the Act, the statute and ordinances, as also the rules and regulations of the university concerned. The institute abides by all the relevant rules and regulations and guidelines issued by the UGC and other regulatory bodies concerned from time to time. For detailed scheme and format for submission of proposal for autonomous status, please see the related e-content. Now, there must be some criteria that are taken into consideration while granting autonomy. What are those criteria? Number 1, quality of education of the higher educational institute. Number 2, academic reputation and previous performance in university examination and its academic activities in the past. Then academic performance and strengths of the institute in co-curricular activities, achievements of the faculty, then the merit of the students and quality of teaching learning, infrastructural facilities provided by the institute, innovation as well as research, the financial strength of the institute, institutional management, responsiveness of administrative structure and motivation, involvement of faculty in promotion of innovative reforms. The eligible institutes can apply for fresh autonomous status in the prescribed format throughout the year. Again, whose term of autonomous status is expiring, they can also apply to UGC for extension of their status in the specific format. For submission of online application and registration information, please visit UGC website. This is the end of our Unit 7 on autonomous institutions. For detailed information, please refer the related e-content and referred web links. In the next video, we will learn how to prepare the institute for external review. Till then, goodbye and thank you.